Hi, my name is Jonathan Dixon, Vice President of International Corporate Services at OTC Markets Group. Today we're joined in London by Stephen Nightingale, Director of Investor Relations at Britvic plc. Britvic have their primary listing on the London Stock Exchange and cross-trade into the United States on the OTCQX Best Market under tickers BTVCF and BTVCY. Stephen, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks very much.
How resilient do you think consumer demand will be for Britvic brands and products should the economic situation deteriorate? Do you expect to see consumers down trading to private label or less expensive alternatives in key categories and markets?
Yeah, great question. I think if you look back at the kind of crash in kind of 2008, 2009, the soft drinks category was really resilient. I think obviously we're a consumer staple. Our brands tend to be kind of number one, number two brands. So, you know, we saw a lot of resilience from the category. I think what you did see back then was maybe some channel mix between kind of out of home, at home, if people think about where they're going to spend their money. In terms of down trading to private label, again, that wasn't the trend back in 08, 09, especially in kind of big categories like cola and fruit carbonates. You know, when you've got brands like Tango, Pepsi and 7-Up in your portfolio, that's a great place to be. You know, looking at stills categories, I guess there may be some more private label competition in a category like squash for Robinsons. So, you know, our biggest competitor there is private label, but actually there is an opportunity. So if people do down trade, they may down trade out of other categories into kind of squash because it's actually a healthy hydration, a cheaper alternative to some of the more expensive categories. So I think, you know, historically very strong. Obviously, history is not necessarily a guarantee for the future, but it gives us confidence.
Interesting, thanks. Can you talk about the Healthier People, Healthier Planet business strategy?
Yeah, Healthier People, Healthier Planet is front and centre of our strategy, and we kind of frame it around people and planet, so I guess it covers all aspects of ESG as you'd expect. So for us, people is very much about being a great place to work for our employees, attracting great talent. I think from a consumer perspective, it's about offering healthy choices. You know, we do offer choice, so we offer full sugar products as well as low, no sugar. If you look at our portfolio overall, over sort of 70% of our volumes are low or no sugar, and in the UK, where consumers are very much more kind of calorie conscious, you know, it's over 90% of our volumes are low, no sugar. So that's been quite key for us. And you would have seen that the sugar tax in 2018 kind of accelerated that momentum in the UK. As we kind of look forward, it's less about, you know, reformulating and taking more sugar out. It's about how can you add extra kind of added health benefits to our products. And in terms of, I guess in terms of kind of planet, there's a number of aspects to that. You know, we were the first UK soft drinks company to sign up to science-based targets. We've got clear targets around packaging, around water, and around our Scope 1, Scope 2, Scope 3 emissions. So, you know, we're on a journey, as most companies are, but we've made great progress, and, you know, we've got kind of, you know, we've got our plans in place for the years ahead.
Great. How does Britvic's approach vary from competitors?
Yeah, I guess all of our competitors probably think their approach varies to us. I think for me personally, I think, you know, if you start with our kind of UK and Irish businesses, which are very similar, you know, we've got number one, number two brands. You know, we've got great presence across all of our channels. We've got much loved, trusted family favourite brands. So I think that's quite key for us. I think the investment we've made in our business capability programme, which is a big kind of elevated CapEx programme that finished in 2019, you know, it's you know, given us a real kind of, you know, a real resilience and a kind of flexible supply chain to kind of adapt to changing market dynamics. You know, we've made changes in our French business, also in our Irish business, to kind of remove low margin parts of those businesses, so we're much more kind of brand focused, improving the margins. And in Brazil, our strategy is very clear to kind of accelerate and expand. So the business we bought back in sort of 2015 was kind of centered around a couple of brands into a couple of categories, and we've expanded out now into kind of new categories such as coconut water, grape, kids drinks, and we're expanding the business quite significantly over the last sort of 3 to 4 years. And, you know, our half-year results, you know, there's a really strong kind of top-line performance by our Brazil business. So I think a combination of our portfolio, our investment in our infrastructure, innovation, and, you know, I guess I would say this, but, you know, obviously a great team of kind of dedicated, passionate people, I think is what, you know, is what gives us kind of confidence.
Great, excellent. How has trading on the OTCQX helped the company convey its IR message to US investors?
Yeah, I think when we kind of, you know, if I go back sort of 10, 12 years, when we kind of, you know, I guess initially the objective was around launching an ADR for those US investors who may be interested in Britvic but can't invest direct. I think that was a start point when OTCQX was absolutely the kind of preferred platform to join to allow that trading to happen. I think it's moved on quite significantly since then. So the other benefits, which I probably didn't recognise at the time, is that distribution of your news flow right across the US. So, I've seen direct evidence from investors from right across the US who have got kind of got sight of Britvic through the OTCQX platform.
Stephen, thanks for coming to our London office today.
Thanks very much. Thanks for coming.